Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. This is my December daily day one. Sorry it's been a while since I posted a video, things have been a bit hectic over here. So I made this tag out of a Starbucks coffee cup. I just cut it down to size, flattened it out, and I sewed on some lined paper to the back and added a little ribbon tab. So this is an image that I took tonight, a picture that I took tonight. This is a friend of mine and I walked up to the Starbucks that's near my house. This is a picture of our cups with our mitten covered hands holding them. It's a very, very cold night over here in the UK and it was nice to be all wrapped up and just have a nice wander. It was dark, my son came with us too. So I got a bit of glue on the front of this photo, so I covered it up with a bit of washi. And I do write as I go along when I'm doing my junk journals. I find that sometimes that if I stick everything on first and then try writing, I'm sometimes restricted as to how much I can write and what I can fit in. So I've done that already, and I've added stitching onto the sides. I cut this down to size previously and I sewed the edges so it will look like it's sewn onto the page, but obviously it's not, it's stuck in, but it just gives it that look, and I like the green stitching on there. So I'm sort of, my journal's just in front, you can see where I pulled it from, so I was just sort of getting an idea of where I need to stick it down, and here I am sticking it in, squashing it down, and then it slots in like so. So I'm going to play around with some photos here just to kind of get an idea of where I want them to go. I printed the photos out that I want to use, and then it was just a case of seeing where they go. I talked with the idea of putting them on there. I didn't like that idea. I decided to stick them in. I think I'll go off and do something else in a minute just while I have a little think about where I want these to go. Yeah. So right in the front I've got a pocket with a tab in it, and I normally have something just in the front, like a little book plate. I think you would normally have, or like a little tag in the front, like this book belongs to, kind of thing. This is a Snapchat filter that I was playing around with earlier, and it's actually got the date printed at the bottom, the 1st of the 12th. So I thought that was just a nice way to start off the book. So I've glued that onto the tab. I don't write on it at the minute. I might do later on. I might just add my name or something. I'm not sure, but for now I'm just going to stick that on there. I like this tag. So yeah, back to the journal. My camera cut out, I didn't realise, and so I've done, you can see the image here of our advent calendar that I've stuck on. I've written about the advent calendar. I crocheted this, well, I'm not sure how many years ago, maybe about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and it comes out every Christmas and I fill it out with chocolates and I add notes into it and all sorts. So I've just written here about how I posted this image on Facebook and I got some really nice comments. On the right here, my son came home from a party that he went to with his nanny. She had a work sort of Christmas party for the children of the employees, so she took Finn with her. And he's got his Christmas jumper on here that I got him from Primark. It's Minecraft. And he had his face painted as a tiger, and this is the first time I've ever had his face painted. He's never wanted to before. So I'm just writing a little bit there about what he got up to at his party. And that Santa was there. I've not used this glue before. I've got this is it Uhu? UHU. I've got a glue stick. I'm not sure how good it will be. I bought one the other day over at Hobbycraft thinking that it might be a bit easier to, for sticking photos and things in, but we shall see. I tried using a craft glue before, a Pritt Stick craft glue, and by the time I got halfway through my journal, all the bits I'd stuck in at the beginning of the journal started lifting and I had to re-stick them, so we'll see how we get on. I've done a lot of the decorating previously for this, so it's a bit strange that I'm not doing it all. Like a lot of it's already done for me, which I like actually. It's made sitting down this evening and doing this like much easier. So on here, this is a quilted tag that I sewed a little while ago and I've backed. It's actually really hard to write on where the stitching was. So I've added a sort of a journal entry here, just detailing what's happened today. It's been a pretty mundane day actually, just a normal everyday Sunday, nothing spectacular has happened. A lot of people put their Christmas decorations up today. I've seen a lot of them walking across to Starbucks this evening, saw the twinkly lights in the windows. We're doing our tree week today, so next Sunday. So I've put some of the decorations up around the house, but we don't actually have our tree yet because we have a real tree. We actually, technically though, we do have one tree up. It's in the dining room here, but it's not official, the official Christmas tree for the house. So I've done some lettering here, and I'm just going to write in, like I say, what I've done today and how I can't believe that we're already on the 1st of December. My sister and I started making our junk journals back in September, and we've been doing it 2-3 times a week. She's been really enjoying doing it with me, which explains how, like for example, this number 1 spread is already pretty much decorated, ready to start using, because we started such a long time ago actually putting all these bits in and just having a good time with it. I just can't actually get over the fact that we're now using it and writing in it. It's exciting. She sent me a picture earlier on WhatsApp on her first entry. It looks really good. We're really excited to do it together. We have a group chat for family. We've got one that we've just set up for Christmas. So it involves my mum and my dad, my aunts and cousin, and my 12-year-old daughter, who's horrified because we're sharing pictures of our junk journal. She thinks she's way too cool to be doing things like this. But at the weekend, they were all, even the kids were in here with me and Samantha, getting our journals ready. They were making their own journals, making their own sort of Christmassy craft images. So I think she secretly likes it. So a lot of this entry really is just writing, so apologies, it's not an overly exciting entry, but it is what it is. It's my first entry for the 1st of December, and I'm actually really chuffed with how it's turned out. I really like looking at it. I was a bit worried yesterday when I was looking at my entry, knowing what I had lined up to do today and thinking, oh, I'm not sure how that's going to work actually, but yeah, these things have a way of working themselves out, don't they? So yeah, I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. The only thing I didn't film is I'll do a flip through maybe at the end of this week, where I kind of show you a little, just, you know, as I go along, days 1 to 7 or 1 to 8. And I've added on the left hand side of the page, or the spread where the number 1 is, I've added washi tape, that holly washi tape just down the edges where it was just blank. The doily on the left hand side, the sort of printed image that's stuck on, like the background image of the poinsettias, that is from Johanna on her, I think her Etsy shop's called Little Bindy or Little Bindi. Bindy? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'd say Bindy, but yeah, she's on Etsy, and I downloaded these images last year. You'll probably see a few things throughout. A lot of my inspirations come from her, because she's the one that I used to watch for 2018 and get a lot of inspiration from. There are a lot of other YouTubers out there now that I've discovered that do some amazing junk journaling, and I love to watch and get inspiration, which is why I've decided to start doing videos to share what I do with all of you, in the hope that we can get inspiration from each other and share, give back. So here's my completed spread. I'm going to see how everything goes together. So thanks for watching December Daily Day 1, and I will see you tomorrow for Day 2. Bye guys!